cities. So, if you say, that you guys are basically being calm, that's not true. Hey, listen, I get it. Listen, bro, I support the uprising. But for us to say that it didn't happen or everything was, kumbaya, that's not true.
Yeah, that's to show you how delusional the left is, bro. It's like they don't even hear their own self talking half the time. Like, this shit is, really, so fucking goofy at this point. That, just the mere fact that Donald Trump is a Republican is enough that they do not want peace. They don't want people coming together, bro. Like, the Republican Party has an agenda, just like the Democratic Party has an agenda. Those agendas are so far apart from each other. Like, there is no coming together. There's absolutely nothing Trump can say that's going to make, even if Trump gave them everything that they want, they're still going to say it's wrong at this point. Trump when it comes to actual,
that's the same shit y'all did with Biden.
But hold on a second, respectfully. Because when you got people like Nancy Pelosi, who are tearing up his speech in front of the whole world, demonizing the man. This is what people follow. They follow their leaders, the Pelosi's, the McConnells, all these other idiots.
I mean, JB, who's really, hold on, let me just say this part. The person that's really dividing the country, it's not the president, it's not Trump, it's the media, bruh. And I blame Fox News for it because they started it. And in the name of chasing ratings, all the media outlets on the left, they followed the formula of Fox News. And because at the end of the day, when it comes to most Americans, everything that they think they know about politics, they get from these suits on these news agencies. And see, the danger is, like, even if I watch my mother watch the news, right? She never questions if this person's opinion or not.
Wait, Fridays, I have to ask you, what does she watch? Fox, or does she watch CNBC?
Anything other than Fox, because in her mind, she thinks Fox News, even if they're just reporting the news, she thinks Fox News is like the a tabloid channel. She doesn't regard it as a real news channel. She doesn't think that they actually ever report the news.
And broken clock is right twice a day.
So when she watches like CNN and ABC and CBS, all the other channels, she's not gonna ever think to herself that this person just gave their opinion. She thinks whatever came out their mouth is the news.
And a lot of people are like that. If I submit, man, I'm going to give you a chance to push back. Just give me a second.
That's why we have to bring back the fairness doctrine and the Mayflower doctrine.
This doctrine doesn't have much to do with it. That's good.
Hold on, Marshall. Let me just say this. So, Dark Ninja and Quincy, right? I just want you guys to know, like ABC, that's owned by Disney. You know what Disney is? It's a corporation that you can buy stock in. Not Jews. It's not an exclusive club for Jews, you morons. So Jews don't own the news. They don't own the media. They own some companies, but not a majority of the companies. You could buy stock in these companies. Buy them right now. Go ahead. But this rhetoric of Jews own the news is fucking bullshit already. Hold on, Edgar, hold on, please. Robert, hold on. Because I want to give Meta a chance to push back, then I have to go to Michael because he's been waiting. Meta, you want to push back?
There too, Jay, if you don't mind.
Marshall, I called you 3 times, bro.
Dude, I didn't even hear you. I'm sorry.
No worries, I got you. Meta.
Yeah, I think it's not only possible, it's critical that both sides come together and remove ourselves from the shackles of this bipartisan bullshit. It doesn't and has not served us for years. Don't work. It's outdated, and we need to evolve. Right? It's so crazy. It's like hearing people in the pub in the medieval times argue about which king they want to serve. It's so crazy to me. Like, why are we so in our consumeristic mindset so focused on upholding other people that ain't did shit for us? And I'm speaking from a person, as obviously you could tell, a black person, right, from America, who has to constantly deal with people equating me with the left so much so that I gotta say that I'm left-leaning just because I accept that people should be able to live a life where we can all just do us if it don't affect other people. Like, I just think that's bare common sense.
So man, let me ask you this, because I think a healthy country is divided, and here's why. Because we can all come together on some bullshit. You know, Germany was together, and look how that ended. A lot of countries come together, and look how it always ends for the minorities in that country. So there's supposed to be a healthy divide, because again, we can all come together, and what we're coming together for will be some bullshit.
So real quick, I'm gonna give you pushback, and I'm gonna mute up so somebody else can speak. So what you're talking about, I agree with. What I would call that are subcultures. Obviously, people are different, right? But there are certain things that are intrinsic to humans, right? Like the need to eat, the need to have housing, the need to be able to protect your children. We all care about that, no matter where you stand on in the spectrum of politics. We all want to make sure we're not eating fucking artificial meat. You get what I'm saying? We all want to make sure the house we buy, we can afford to buy it and not have a 30, 50-year mortgage and then refinance that bitch multiple times to put our kid to school. We all want to have assurances. That's something that we can all agree upon. And these farmers that got to currently deal with them losing their farms because they voted against their best interest is showing us that the lines that we are currently standing a part of, they're illusory. That we need to actually come together on real solid things and focus on that.
Let me say this. Thank you, Matt. Everybody hold on for a second. Let me just say this. Next year's the midterms. Your voice could be heard. I know you think it's just one vote. I'm talking about congressional races, Senate races, governor's races. Get out there and vote. Get rid of some of these people that are lifelong politicians. Clean house. It's our fault these people are in power. It's our fault that Nancy Pelosi's been grabbing money with both hands for decades. If any of us did what she did, we wouldn't be in prison. We'd be under the prison. But it's legal because she's a congresswoman. I think it's fucking ridiculous. The truth is this: we have to stop playing with these parties. We just have to become Americans. I know it sounds cool by Irish, but listen, I could talk to Fridays. I could talk to XG. I could talk to Winston. I know what side of the aisle I come from, and I get it. But as an American, I'm thinking maybe this one's right about this and this one's right about that. To show a little more respect to each other, people listen. We'll have this conversation. They listen to respond instead of.
Anyway, I came up to kind of debate out on some of the stuff he was saying, but like what Meta was saying and Gwen Stefani, like it's all good. So since I'll have this moment, I'll just say like this divisiveness, like other people talk about this divisiveness is what these people in power want us to be doing, like arguing against each other while our families suffer, right? You know, like these control structures that are in place. It doesn't matter if it's the left or right. Like we're playing a completely different game against each other while these people are just like stealing from us and taking from us, right? And like it's when people say wake up on the left or wake up on the right, you know, like it's really like if you can't see the divisiveness causing us all to just like fight against each other, and that's not like really like by often, right? I mean, it's just kind of like we should be helping each other and fighting against this shit that's oppressive to all of us. Not arguing about some bullshit that happened 7 years ago about like what one guy said to another guy. One old guy said this to another guy. Now, like, the price of fucking eggs are up. It's just fucking stupid. So divisiveness is the enemy. And our enemies of the U.S., right? They're like laughing at it. They're like taking advantage of us. Just watch the news, right? I mean, like our enemies are fucking just totally frothing at the mouth while we're just sitting here fighting about some stupid shit. That's it. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate your share. I'm going to go to Marshall, then Tough.
Hey, Jay.
Marshall?
I just wanted to say to the prior conversation about the news is only required to show you by law 1 hour of informational programming a day. That's all they're required to. So everything else is opinion. It doesn't matter whether it's Fox, CNN, the no longer existent MSNBC, ABC, CBS, or Fox. They all show you opinion shows unless it's like 5 or 6 o'clock. What I wanted to, the main thrust of what I wanted to say was I've been listening to this conversation and we've been talking about like not being divisive. but people have been also talking about how this bipartisan shit, quote unquote, doesn't work for us. And the thing that hits me is, well, no shit, it doesn't work. Nobody participates in it. Like, we vote every 2 to 4 years or every 6 years for Senate. We pick the person we like. Sarah, no ma'am, you cannot have this food. We pick the sources we like, and then we ignore the rest. We don't, as Americans, try to make an effort to figure out either A, what people ideologically believe that is different than other people without like losing their minds. But number two, the less people are present, the less American citizens are present in the electoral system, the more the legislators are going to do whatever they want to do. One of the things, and I'll land with this, the founder said, was that the last check on the system was the American public. I don't expect people to have like 5 hours of news a day. I don't expect them to be experts. In fact, if I could give one piece of advice, it would be start in your local area, do like school board, city commission, county commission, or something in your state, because those control the vast majority of rules, regulations, and taxes that you have to pay. And if you get invested, if you get interested, your local government will work better. And if you clean up your little tiny corner of the world, the larger system can be cleaned up. But without public interaction for the system as the last check, we simply will have politicians doing stuff we don't want them to do because we don't bother to tell them what to do. We don't bother to call or to write or to make ourselves present during campaigns. We, at the very most, just vote. And we're Americans and we have a bajillion freedoms, but they also come with responsibilities, and you also have a duty as an American to give back to your country. You can only make it better if you are an active participant in it. Otherwise, politicians are going to do the stuff you don't want them to do.
Thank you, Marshall. Appreciate you. And I agree with you. I said it earlier. I don't give a fuck. It's for the local door catcher. Get out there and exercise your right, man. Before we continue, I just have to say real quick, this is for somebody that I know who I'm talking to. Boston sucks ass, bro. Just gotta say that. Tough, how you doing, Tough? Tough, are you there? All right, we're gonna go to Pro Lyrical. Hello, Pro.
Came to say hello. I just called. No, actually, I was working.
I told you not to serenade me in front of people, but
that's right. I've been working on my Steve Appel impression.
yeah, that's
so
great.
I've been addicted to doing Steve Appel. So I don't think I'm ever going to enter a room anymore as myself. I'm only going to go into Steve Appel. JB, do you need a fresh five?
Have you done this? Have you done that for him personally?
No, I keep waiting for him to come in. I was hoping he'd be in here.
I'm gonna text him offline, see if I can get him in here.
Benjamin is Benjamin here. Sorry. It's just fun. I like doing impressions, but I don't know what it is. It's just weird. I'm just trying to master this Steve Appel thing. I do need him to come on and Casa de Appel law firm, Spagnoli and Hardcastle and McCormick. We all right. Back to your show.
Hey, can I say something to the title real fast?
Yeah, Tough, I called on you. Pro, hang out. I texted him, see if he comes in. Get Tough.
Oh, my fault. I didn't hear you. I was in here with the kids. But I feel as though President Trump is not dividing the country. If you ask me, this country was made to be divided. Isn't that why we have two parties? Like, that alone is the division. Our side versus your side. Like, yeah, if you ask me.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
Probably. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I feel like, Trump ain't dividing nothing. Like, no matter what, as long as it's 2 parties, 3 parties, stuff like that, it's going to be division. It's going to be. Hell, even if it's one party, it's in human nature for people to disagree. So, yeah.
Thank you, Tough. I'll come back to you. Uncle Steve Appel, if you can come to the stage for a second, I'd appreciate it.
Just having with our dad, but I love being serenaded.
Go ahead, Pro Lyrical.
Steve, I'd like to give you a fresh 5. Take as much time as you need. Go up to 5 minutes, but not including 5. But if you could just go just over 5, it's okay. I mean, take as much time as you need, Steve. We're here at Casa de Appel. You're on the Fresh 5 with my friend, Steve Appel.
Thank you, Pro Lyrical. Thank you, JB.
I realize I think I'm going over the mark with the baritone. Do you have a cold, Steve? You sound a little different.
I'm in the car with my brother.
I've been working on the Steve Appel. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened. I just, you have a lot of charisma that I had to try to take on. Not one person can do it, but Benjamin, if he's in the crowd.
Well, thanks for that, Steve. Thank you for coming in, because I texted him offline. I was like, Steve, can you come to the room for a minute? I didn't tell him why, so...
JB, whenever you call, I'll be there, bro.
JB, whenever you call, I'll be there too. And I will call Casa de Appel, sponsored by McCormick Hard Casual and Schmidt.
Correction, this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
All right, guys, we're going to go popcorn style. Just please respect the one mic policy. The question is President Trump dividing the country?
Yeah, I wanted to push back on what Tough had stated, JB.
Go ahead.
You said that Trump is not dividing us. The country was already divided. I am going to ask a question, and I do want to get your response, Tough, but I'm going to also make a statement before you answer. Do you not feel like Trump is a product of the division in which you point out, with it being 1, 2, 3, or multiple parties? That's the way that the country was created. I did want to ask you that. And then my statement is, it was challenging watching snippets, and no, I didn't need to see the whole segment of Charlie Kirk's memorial. And I'm not, doesn't matter whether I had empathy or not for this man's legacy. Let me just put that out there. But it was so challenging, and it was heartbreaking to hear the leader of the free world go on stage after Charlie Kirk's wife speaking and him saying, in so many words, he loves to incite violence with the left, and that he wants to go to battle, go to war with the left. So if that's not division, I don't know what is. And like I said before in my opening, we aren't dealing with Lyndon B. Johnson. We aren't dealing with Eisenhower. We aren't dealing with Clinton. We aren't dealing with Bush. We aren't dealing with Obama. We're not dealing with Biden. We're dealing with one man who has the opportunity to change the peripheral. Can he fix it all? Hell no. But it really gets underneath my skin when I hear some of us from my own community, and I'm not saying that you are African American or anything of that nature. I love my sister not upstairs, and she has dissenting opinions all the time, and she quotes the left as equally she quotes the right. But it really gets on my nerves when I hear some of my cotton picking, my house Negro brothers and sisters fix their lips and say, I don't think Trump is dividing us, or they make excuses. I hate us Negroes when we do that. Because regardless of whether or not we think somebody's rhetoric is divisive or not, you got to be able to call the bullshit out. And our standards and our regard to not call out the bullshit and call out the shit just the way that we see it. Like, where did we miss that? Where did we succumb to, oh, well, it's not really divisive, it's not really racism, or it's not really bigotry, it's always been this way. It just wasn't with Trump. No, you're right. Nobody's saying that. But who is the man that's always got his mouth open? Who is the man who's always twiddling at his thumbs on Twitter, on X, saying any and everything off the rip? Who is it? When did my people become so naive to that bullshit? And I ain't talking to ones like Nye, who is fair across the board. I'm talking to the Pekingese. I'm talking to the, if Master sick, house niggas say we sick. I'm tired of that. We gotta get back to our roots and start calling shit the way that it is. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm leaving y'all niggas behind. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all worse than the white folks. We advocating the white supremacists. And to my white brothers and sisters on the other side, I'll leave you with this. And I asked you before, nobody answered me. How does it feel to be a nigger? Because I never wanted it for you. Never did. But when Manny Till buried her son after him being dragged from the Mississippi River with the cotton gin attached to him, nobody came out in droves and supported us at all. When that young boy at the age of 13 years old died because he quote unquote whistled and raped a grown ass white woman. So I asked you, how does it feel to be a nigger? Because I never wanted it for you, but I'm gonna tell you what you can do. Let down your guard, brother. Let down your guard, sister. Decolonize and tear this white supremacy shit down. You don't need it. We don't need it. We need each other. So how does it feel to be a nigger? It don't feel good, do it? Because I never wanted you to feel that.
Yeah, it's giving you trying to divide the room, but yeah.
That's what you hear. No. That's what you think that you heard. But are you really listening to what the fuck I'm saying, though?
It was a joke. No. I was saying that because you said you had a question for me. Then you went on a long diatribe, and I kind of missed the question and everything that you said. That's why I was just, I see that you must be a leftist. Like,
no, I'm a revolutionary abolitionist. That's who the fuck I am. And I'm trying to get people to think about some real hardcore shit. I'm emotional because I'm passionate. We conflate the two.
I have a question. Hold on, John. I have a question.
Go ahead,
Gwen Stefani, listen, I'm serious. I understand your passion, and I feel the same way. And sometimes I like to envision, when I'm reading into what you're saying, this great black utopia, right? But my question to you, sir, is, and this is going to sound funny, but hear me out. In your version of the great black utopia, the revolutionized black man and woman, the black man and woman of tomorrow, right? Can we at least have Starbucks in this utopia that are run by white folks? Because I'm telling you something, I do not want to fight niggas early in the morning getting my coffee, right? So can we at least have some white folk ran Starbucks in the new age black revolution?
Girl, yes. We need white folks. We need blue folks. We need purple folks. We need brown folks. Look, I love all people.
And keep the Mexicans at McDonald's.
I need all people. I need my Mexicans in the Starbucks. I need my Ethiopians. I need my utopians. That's not a word, y'all. I need all of us, because one thing about Gwen Stefani, I don't draw circumference around just a little itty bitty community that I'm in. I draw my circumference around the entire universe. I can't look to my president and say that my president does that. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And I heard you when you said, it was just a joke, but you're trying to divide the room and you sound like a leftist. No, I'm a revolutionary abolitionist. That's who the fuck I am, far and few between. So let me make myself perfectly clear. But do I have plans on voting for this upcoming election? Absolutely not. And that's the first time I said that on a live audio app. I don't intend on voting because the Democrats, they ain't shit. The Republicans ain't shit. And we ain't got nothing for us in the middle who really want true change, but nobody wants to put boots on the fucking ground. Why did anybody on the left vote for that Charlie Kirk bullshit bill when we had a George Floyd policing act that has not yet seen the light of fucking day? Oh my fucking God. Yeah. Why would you vote alongside that bullshit? This is what I talk about.
Hold on. I understand that anger entirely, but respectfully, if you're not going to engage in the electoral process next election, whatever the result is next election, you have no right to fucking complain about it afterwards.
Then you know what? Guess what? Out of the last few years that I have voted, and if I would choose not to vote next year, you're absolutely right. I have no right to fucking complain. But let me ask you this. How many times do I gotta put my hand in the fucking fire and then not expect to be burned?
I agree.
How many times?
No, hold up. I agree. But I leave my hands in the fire and the pot's not getting spilled on me afterwards with me not being able to do shit about it.
But guess what? I think the world will be okay without me casting my vote. And this is where we're at. If we don't want to have an honest conversation and really put real boots on the ground into pretty much invigorate and incite some form of change, then hell, shit, I tell us all, don't show up to the polls.
I agree with the boots on the ground thing, Mr. Funny. Don't think I disagree with you there. But what I'm saying is, if we can't even put in a box, how are we going to put boots on the ground?
Well, let me ask you this: Why would you want to put ballots in the box when everybody is doing all that they can to change around the electoral map? Why would I want to do that?
Because as much as it sucks and as much as the dystopian shit around us is happening, unfortunately, harm reduction is something we have to do, and voting in one way over another is definitely harm reduction.
Shit, I say none of us vote. Protest in a different way. None of us vote.
But again, none of us vote, and then everybody else on the other side vote. Like, this is exactly how Trump lost the first time, which is nobody do mail-in ballots. And then, oh my God, how did we lose the election? Nobody did mail-in ballots. How did you guys get so many more than us? Like, it's the exact same thing. They're gonna say, or we'll say, like, hey, don't do X, Y, and Z. The moment the expected result of not doing X, Y, and Z, which is the other person wins, happens, it's confusion and like, oh my God, why does this? What's going on?
But you know, I'm just providing my answer though.
No, let me welcome Augustus to the stage. What's up, Augustus?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, good topic. Always got the good topics in here.
Yeah, what do you say? Is President Trump dividing the country? And anybody else wants to chime in? Gwen Stefani, I know you and XG were having a moment. Did y'all have a chance to land? I just wanted to welcome.
Yeah, we all good. We all good.
We all good.
Oh shit, you can't do it.
Go ahead, Augustus. Oh, JB, I didn't know you were there. Go ahead.
Oh shit, you can't do it.
Augustus can go. I was just going to ask Stefani a question, but I'd rather pass it to Augustus right now. Augustus, how you doing, bro? How DC treat you?
It's all right, man. To be honest with you, it's a tough town. It's a tough town to get around, but I made some new friends tonight, and we're gonna stick together. And I think that things are gonna turn around for me. So I'm just staying spiritually fit.
Hold on, time out, man. Listen, no bullshit, no cap, no stroke. Man, as far as you've come, like legit, because, I know you from back in the day. Man, you doing fucking fantastic, and I'm proud of you. No bullshit.
I appreciate that, JB. I really do from the bottom of my heart, bro. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, this topic, man, like, I don't know if one person could be responsible for what we're seeing. I wouldn't put it all on President Trump, man. He's a divisive person, and clearly, he's the leader of the Republican Party, but
yeah,
it all doesn't come down to just one guy,
Yeah, I don't want to hypertext you, so giving you a ring, John. No, it's very doable. Very doable, and I've been there. I've been on 3 times, and unlike you, I survived last time. They tried to take me out with 2 sets of lawyers. You saw me.
Wait,
I came in there like a gangster. I got kicked out of the Chicago Board of Election. You saw that. You saw me after I got kicked out. I still was in the building, and I was cussing them out, and I got in trouble for that. They said I was anti-Semitic.
Yeah, but getting kicked out. What? Getting kicked out doesn't help you at all. I mean, what's the point?
No. That's what I'm saying is that I literally was like cussing out my judge. I cussed out my judge. I cussed out the guy that was checking my ballot, but I still made it, is what I'm saying.
What was that for? A committee person?
What?
That was for committee person?
Yeah, and I literally Like and I'm saying because I was such an alpha about it, they never technically banned me.
Why did you
I told
bother?
them, fuck you, I'm leaving, because I knew I was doing the worst case. And then I finally got Perry, and we fucked them up. Because like honestly, I just, like my antics did probably actually make it harder for me because like I was in like most of the ballot and stuff they try to say were false signatures were like my landlord, my
I know. I heard the story.
Rabbis,
I heard the story. I've heard the story. I don't want to hear it again. I've already heard that story. I'm asking, why did you run for?
But here's the good news for you is what Perry told me is that so like the way they screwed with me the most was on the signatures. Apparently, that's not as big a deal because you're dealing with the state board of election, and the state board election isn't as like thuggy. They're on the side of the candidate, and there's like there's two recent cases of incumbents that shouldn't have been on the ballot. Bobby Rush and Brad Schneider, and then also a Republican, a challenger for governor, Jesse Sullivan. All three of them should have been kicked off the ballot. Jesse Sullivan had like kind of hired bad petition people. They forged it, but they just kind of were like, he tried. Brad Schneider faked his address, but he got like a rabbi to like speak as a character witness. And look, you know what? It's better for democracy if we just keep him on the ballot. And then Bobby Rush just like didn't turn enough signatures. But he was like he's a total Fed incumbent communist piece of shit. He retired this term, and I actually did videos for him. But regardless, they were just like, democracy wants him on the ballot. He's been on the ballot.
I'm sure the challenge.
What?
The petition is the same as the committee person petition. So there's really no difference to the challenge.
No, there is. We were dealing with the Chicago government. This is state.
I get it.
So
did you hear what I said?
It's on your side.
The petition is the exact same fucking thing as the other petition. There's barely any difference.
There's case law. That's where it's different in the process of how it's confirmed. That's why you got screwed. You remember in Chicago?
They're gonna put it on the jumbotron and they're gonna challenge every single signature line by line.
No, I'm saying you would have done a little bit better if you were running for Congress instead of committeeman. You probably would have kept 25% more than what you got for committeeman.
Well, I hope so, because that would have put us over the threshold. But
so I'm saying that's the good news. But the bad news is we still need to get the full amount and then get like 800 more and. Like you really just, if you could just be there, it's over. Like if you actually can just take the, suck it up, take the L.
There's no L,
just
dude.
Hang out there for a whole month, you're good. If you actually just hang out there for a month, you're good. It's just you go to the football games, you go to the Oktoberfest. Like during the day, you hit up the Boomers door to door, and we're getting the list from that guy that you sent the form to. You hit those guys up from like 12 to like 4.
Do you have? Okay, so can you help the campaign extract the data from that list that he sent me? Can I forward you the email that I sent to Jared?
Please, because that's what you do, is you basically hit up the Boomers, because you can't hit up the train stations from like 10 to 3. And so from 10 to 3, that's who you're going door to door to their actual houses. And then you basically, like your critical hours are the like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. at some sort of train station or something.
Dude, Walmart and Costco all day long, dude.
That too. You get 100 in Chicago, and those are kind of bigger cities, Peoria, Rockford.
Dude, that's.
Am I wrong?
I just got
2 colleges.
I can do it probably all in Rockford myself.
Is there a football? Is there like an I? Is that Illinois State is in your district?
Yeah, Illinois State is, but I was looking at DeKalb. I don't think DeKalb is, right?
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Northern Illinois would be great. It's not.
Let me see what.
But Lana's awesome, and she's a committee person, and she's like, she's a big Illinois record supporter. But like, I'm not sure she's gonna be 100% on board with you, but like enough to get you like 10 to 20, and you don't want to spend any time out there. That's so far, Carrollton. Unless you want to, but that's in your district too. Isn't that nuts?
Listen, Rockford would be the best place to win this thing.
Rockford, Aurora, and Bloomington, because you want to go to the high dense areas where you can actually go door to door and guarantee that you get like 15 an hour.
So Winnebago County is districted, and did you see the carve out in the actual city of Rockford?
Yeah, Rockford might be too confusing. That's why,
The city itself is out of the district. That's in a Democrat's district.
Yeah, they did that to support the Democrat. So you might not, Rockford might not be the place.
Winnebago, see, that's the thing about Winnebago County is this is what's so annoying is the counties are sliced by the district, and it's hard to know exactly whether they're in or out of district. So
that's why you need double the amount. That's why they always say that. But that's why, like, if we're doing this, if you're actually taking it seriously for a month, is there anywhere that's 100% safe? Like, is Peoria?
That's what I'd rather go to Peoria than Rockford because Peoria is probably a safer city than Rockford.
What city's 100%? So for me, it was like Cary, Evanston, from the 9th district. Like, these were areas where it didn't matter. If I'm like, if you're from Evanston, okay, great, you're in my district. Oh, you're from Cary, great. I'm like, what is Peoria that way, or is Peoria?
Why did you even bother running for committee person? It's such a waste of time. It's such a stupid little thing. It's pointless.
I thought it would be just a small thing. I thought it'd be, you know what? Call me naive. I thought it'd be a small, nice, positive thing for me to do. My bad. These just absolute garbage. You know, that's literally what I was thinking. I'm like, you know what? Like, I really love my community. I love religious people. I feel like they really mean well, but aren't politically active because they're more focused on more important things like putting food on the table. It'd be nice. But no, like Dan the tranny lover.
What a waste of time. I mean,
and Joseph, he's got a float. But Max, he's got a float. But he's so stupid he couldn't get enough signatures himself. And he got kicked off by Nabi. But yeah, so I think like, is it possible? Let's try to find like a sublease, or like let's actually have you stay for somewhere for a month. That's what it's gonna take for you to get it out. Up to you. If not, I think you should pivot and run for commissioner or something like that.
Dude, there's no pivot. Yo, you're a terrible prophet, dude, because there's no fucking pivoting at this point. I'm all in for this, man.
We talked about it at the beginning.
It doesn't matter what the past or what the conversation was, dude. I don't know what to tell you this, but you're nothing but a pivoter. And when I ran for committee person, I gave you the paperwork. I gave you the paperwork to challenge Stella Richards, and you never filed it. I filled out all the paperwork. You never filed it because I could have challenged her ass.
Wasn't happening.
She challenged me. I could have challenged her. She didn't show up. That fucking Fugazi attorney showed up twice. What a waste of time. And she bitch never showed up. So the thing is, her name is on a website, and they hold, mock trial pizza parties. What is the point of that fucking organization?
I feel you. No, I dropped the ball big time. Like I was challenged myself.
But the point is, even if we became committee, what's the fucking point? What's the point? It's a nothing.
John, you know how much pizza I could have got instead of paying Perry? Like I think $1,000. I think, or was it $1,400? You mean pizzas? We could have been, dude. So if it was frozen pizzas.
Dude, pizza and beer.
We could be having Illuminatis every day for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So I hear you. But regardless, Congress is obviously a little bit different. But also, commissioner's kind of bullshit too, honestly.
The thing is, we've already invested in these signatures. I'm not starting over.
Well, you are, because this bitch robbed you.
Well, we don't know that yet for sure. We won't know.
I'm assuming that. So let's just assume that.
Let me put it to you this way: if they wanted to fill out a piece of paper for $15 and do that all day long, is that not just like the craziest fucking scam and waste of time you've ever heard? To fill out a piece of paper for $1.50 a line, like it's not an art project. Maybe it's an art project. We're gonna find out. I want
that's fine too. I just meant that I'm not sure how much. Like that she actually has an address, that she's real, like that kind of thing.
Dude, I can send you the pictures. She sent me photos of every petition. And when I look at it, you have to do a lot of analysis. And I've been putting a lot of the addresses in.
Well, if it's our project and she actually, did that effort, that's different. I'm talking about, I just want to make sure that she's real.
If she just opened the white pages and filled it out, it's possible. But the thing is, some of the writing is so sloppy, I can't even pull the address. So, what the fuck?
That made it look real. No, honestly, what I saw looked like your average petition seat. I did not see the kumbaya. Like, it looked real. And it would be like next level crazy if she just made this shit up.
That's what I'm thinking. But I'm still paranoid, you know?
No, but like, why are you talking? She should be UPSing it to you. You should be picking it up.
Dude, no shit, man. But it's not that hard to go to fucking United States Postal Service to do a signature confirmation. It costs you $10, and I was going to pay for it. So the thing is, you know, the whole thing about her mother, I hope her mother's okay, but at the same time, like, I've sent you over $1,000.
You should notarize it. Just have him notarize it for you. It doesn't have to be her. Obviously, it does put the liability on you a little bit, but not really.
No, dude, the banker who opened my account is going to do all the notaries, so it's free. It's fantastic.
So why can't we just pick up her shit from, like, because she has sheets. She took pictures of them.
I told her I'm meeting her. Did you not read the fucking text messages? This is why I send you all these screenshots, so I don't have to sit here and repeat myself.
She sounds like she's being evasive the whole time.
No shit. That's what we don't need to talk about it anymore. We've text messaged the conclusions of this situation. There's no reason to discuss it any further. I'm gonna have a good night. I hope you have a good night. Rabbono Shalom. I will talk to you soon.
Totally. Are you going down there tomorrow?
Yes.
Because if you can let me know before whatever, like, I can maybe throw you on some, let's figure out your house situation. So I think you should find some place to stay for a month.
No, dude, I'm not doing that. I'm going there with one mission, and that is to pick up these petitions and to go to Oktoberfest. That's the whole mission. And you are too much of a pussy. You invest all this time and energy in this. Your ass should be in that car going to fucking Rockford to help me get 100 signatures, dude.
I think I got $200. How much do I have in this campaign?
You and your brother.
How much?
$100, I think.
Total?
I think both of you gave $50 as far as I can remember, but
we got to up that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm very excited about what's going on, and you're sticking to what's right. And like the shit you said about the Navy was the most Trump statement I've ever seen. I was laughing so hard to see George putting it out. He's gonna end the Navy.
Isn't he so pathetic? Isn't he so pathetic?
It's so funny though, but that's the funniest. Like, I don't want to call it a troll because you're making a deep, like, philosophical point. But, like,
it's funny. So funny. Dude, it's funny. So that radio show wanted me to come down to Peoria, but I was like, why can't we just do, conference call and then do an in-person in October? So that's the thing is they want to use you.
Man, we need you there for, we should just take the L. Because if you get on the ballot, then you'll make like $20,000 of earned media if you get on the ballot. Fact. The first story they write, the first major story everyone writes is who makes the ballot.
Yeah.
And you go on the ballot in Springfield. I'll hook you up with the Springfield Chabad rabbi. We'll have you wrapped to filming.
Dude, I'm going to Brooklyn. I'm going to Brooklyn to put a rock on Menachem Schneerson's gravesite.
That's fine too. But you have to go to Springfield to submit your signatures.
No, I thought you could submit the petitions downtown Chicago at the Illinois. Really? You have to drive all the way down to Springfield to submit these fuckers?
That's what I'm saying. I'll hook you up with the rabbi. You're good, dude.
I don't think you're right because I emailed that office.
I don't know. I only ran twice.
Oh, so you know. Okay.
No, I wish you were right.
I'm trying to be a positive optimist
here. It's very spiritual. Like, no, honestly, it's a very special spiritual experience. I actually went with my grandma, rest in peace, twice. Grandma Debbie. A lot of fun, dude. You get a horseshoe in Springfield. It's like they, the historical society does a good job of like keeping up where like Lincoln lives, his grave. Very impressive, very cool, very spiritual. The Capitol's beautiful, and then you get the hell out of there because it's also like very dangerous.
Dude, you go to the Hooters before you leave town. That's what you do. You go to the Hooters before you leave town.
No. It's very. You're running for. It's a very big deal. Like this is public service. Like, at the end of the day, you could be in Congress.
Oh, really? They've been doing a public service for the past 20 years, huh?
No, they haven't. But I'm saying that they shouldn't be like that. That's not an excuse for you to kind of think, well, Billy's doing it too. Billy's an insider trader taking bribes too. No, it's a very spiritual thing, and it's very cool. And I think seeing Lincoln's grave is like really humbling. And to think about like him and Grant and like U.S. Grant, Galena, I think is in your district. They were really like public servants. Unconditional surrender grant. who have an actual painting of in my car that I have to unload. But he's one of my favorite presidents.
Dude, these Irish, man, they got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears invested in America.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for you. So we'll just, I don't want to let's not get ahead of ourselves. So just this weekend, very excited. I hope I can collect these signatures, but if not, let's see how much you can get for Oktoberfest, and that'll be your base.
Yeah. I mean, I got the time to do this. It's all just about logistics and security.
Well, you might have to take it now. You probably don't have the time to do this because getting signatures sucks and it drains you and it prevents you from doing other stuff. But as I said, you're going to get 10 to 20K of earned media after.
Well,
and if you don't do it, you're going to have to pay a lawyer. It's going to suck.
What I'm saying is that having had this petition, ghosting, investing money in anyone is always a waste of time. It's just horrible.
No, man, what kind of person has the time to do this shit, honestly? Think about it. And, honestly, you're the type of person you're not going to get partnerships with any of these GOP groups.
Oh, I know. It's such a horrible... Because you got to go straight to the people. And then, really, the whole... We did the whole thing, man. I mean...
Yeah.
It is a horribly obnoxious
but Tommy Hansen is your hero. Tommy Hansen should be your hero. Tommy Hansen, he wins. He's going to win this primary again. Look him up. He wins every fucking time in the 5th district. Tommy Hansen wins. That's all he does.
So wait, what happened? What happened with your divorce? Are you still getting divorced?
No, I technically am. But Tommy Hansen, he's running the 5th district. I'd say 10 times, last 10 elections. And he gets opponents, but he always wins. And he honestly just himself gets the signatures every time, and then doesn't run a campaign, and then lives in Tennessee.
Well,
he's
listen,
he's in town right now.
The next mayoral race, I'm most definitely running for mayor of Chicago.
So is Tommy Hansen.
Because I can get those signatures at the blue line stops and get on the ballot for the mayoral race.
Then why not run in your district? That's your other pivot, is you run the 3rd or whatever district you're in.
Well, the mayoral race is a ways away, so that's what I'm gonna do. That will be.
Let's try this weekend, but because you have to really. I think that. Yeah, honestly, there is no other way. My dad's doing it. I did it. Hansen.
No, I got it. I have to be responsible for 500 signatures myself. I just ordered a sign, so I was hoping the sign would get here before I go to Rockford. But anyways, we have a new sign for the campaign.
I'm excited, and congratulations, and I'm proud of you. And it's a very important thing, and it's going to be a very special trip, and you're going to like to fill in Springfield and eat some good food and walk the same grounds that Abraham Lincoln walked before he took on the mantle of the presidency. So congratulations.
Well,
good year, good Yontish.
Yeah, Rabono Shalom. I got ran out of Bloomington, and you know what's the wildest thing is when you look at the map in Bloomington and Normal aren't even in the district. The whole city is literally it just loops the town. Nothing's in district.
It's just to fuck over James Martyr and Josh Lloyd and. It's on purpose. It's because the urban areas, that's where the colleges are. And
yeah, what the fuck? There's no voters. I don't understand all the density.
I understand it. It makes sense. Is you give the liberal areas to the areas that are the rural. So basically there's a central. Some of the central Illinois Congress people are Democrats, like Nikki Bozinski, for example. That shouldn't be the case. But they do that by giving all the liberal areas of your district. They pass it on to her. And then making sure that, that's gerrymandering. How do you not get this, man? This is all they're talking about right now.
So I want to.
It's a simple fucking poli-sci.
So I signed the signature for the petition for my local state senator, Lindsay LaPointe, and she just posted a photo of herself with Pritzker. But, I'm subjected to this wage garnishment because of Illinois state law with regards to mortgage foreclosure. And I want to get them to change that type of debt collection in the state legislature, so I don't have to pay it. But
they're gonna love you because you're running against. They're gonna love you.
It's a good thing to wipe out. It'll save probably, tens of thousands of Illinoisans. Yeah, I'm going to. I should have bought her a coffee when I saw her. She looked so bad. I was like, is that the same woman from the photos? No fucking way.
It's swipe right.
Dude, everybody's vaxxed up. All right. Well, anyways, have a good one. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, awesome. Okay, take care. Bye. High school football Friday night. Take tissue to Rockford and Peoria. Take tissue. Take the sapper out the dog. Bring the safer.
And still, I was trying to get some updated information from Hakeem and from Chucky, and it seems to be it's done. It's like nobody's talking about it anymore. If you guys know some updated information, I appreciate it, but I can't find any. So it seems like it's a done deal. Nobody's talking about it anymore. Not even on the freaking news. They're not talking about it anymore. So anybody got any update on that?
It was Lisa. Repeat that. What was the news? Epstein? Or what?
No. I'm not talking about Epstein. I'm talking about the government shutdown, which is supposedly we've been following all day. I don't think nothing else is coming up this. I think it's going to be, the shutdown is going to happen. Anybody have any updates on it? Because I can't find anything. Just trying to find something that you guys can listen to from either Chuck Schumer or Hakeem. And I can't find any updates.
There is some other breaking news. Trump said...
Hey, everybody. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, girl, you've been missing out.
I don't have any real update. You know what? I have intentionally checked out. I didn't even go to work today. I was so damn. I was like,
girl. I'm gonna do you.
I was like, I'm not going in there. I don't want to hear no shit. Yeah, I've been checking out. I was like, I'm not going in there. I don't want to hear another water cooler conversation about the shutdown. I don't want to hear about anybody that's stressed. I just was like, I'm not going to work today. Fuck them.
I should have did the same. I should have did the same.
Yeah. I need it. And look, I have 0 vacation days, and I don't care. I do not care.
I know it's long. I know it. The crazy part, let me just see I'm going to take your update. Let me just bring Sloan up. I started up this morning with the commute room at like 6:30 in the morning, thinking I was going to talk for like 30 minutes. We were going to listen to some clips from Sirius XM with with Lamont and Dr. Carr. That's what I thought. The room has been open since 6:30 in the morning, and all this stuff has been popping off left and right with the shutdown, with this possible war that's going to be going between NATO and Russia, with the immigration situation, blaming it on California. It's been crazy. All day.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Alex. Hi. I've been chatting you in the chat, and you don't see it though. But every time I see you, I chat you in the chat. The only thing I've been hearing is, the House doesn't want to pass the continuing resolution for the budget until, I guess, the Senate agrees to the Obamacare subsidies or some little things like that, something like that. And they want that included in there. And that's understandable. But I guess with this fool upping the ante of, well, if we end up going to a shutdown, only about 8 agencies are going to continue working. Like, it won't be the typical, I'm sure y'all have talked about it, it won't be the typical furlough where, okay, you're off and then you come back once the continuing resolution passed.
Thank you, sweetie. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's like the big thing. I don't know.
Did you intentionally go out slow, or you finished talking?
Quest that the Dems are asking for, but he's fully prepared to shut down the government anyway. Like, he was willing to do that when he got in office. He's doing shit. He's just doing some underhanded, dirty shit, and this is almost an excuse. The fact that I really think it's planned, but it's an excuse. Oh, well, we couldn't come to an agreement. I'm going to shut it down. I think he always wanted to just destroy the infrastructure and weaken us for some other deviant purposes. I just don't know what those are, because I can't even think like that.
Is that not what Harris said the whole entire time she was campaigning?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to make sure, because nobody thought she knew what she was talking about, and she was just a woman just talking, running for president, and now everything she said, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna go back on quiet.
Yeah, she said it. Nobody listened to her. They disregarded her. Oh, like you said, just a woman talking. She doesn't know what she's saying. But at the same time, I think more people should have said it on the Dem side. That's very frustrating. More people should have said it. Hillary Clinton could have come out and said it. I think anybody that was a Democrat could have come out and said it. And then those Republicans that don't even align with him could have said, we are concerned, but they would never betray their party, even if they won't vote for them privately. So yeah, I'm kind of anticipating.
I just want to know where he got on there, because he got some power, and he got everybody by the balls. I don't know.
I think it's the other way around. I think the people that he owes, they have him by the balls. Exactly. So he has to dance and do what they want. And whoever, like George Carlin said, there's a big club, and you and I ain't in it. He said he wasn't in it, and he was a white dude. But there's a big club, and the people that are running the shit are the people that are running the shit. And I don't even think it's Trump at this point. I really don't.
It's not. I mean, and
what is that, BlackRock?
No, it is the same person who's trying to blow up everything everywhere so he can get, basically, in my opinion, control over the continent of Africa. So he can be the world power one day, or whoever, he can say he led Israel to world dominance some kind of way. I feel like that's what his ultimate goal is. And I think I told you guys yesterday that there's this website called Yandex, and you can
just call what?
Yandex, Yandex. That comes up in your search engine, and you can put in BB documentary. And I don't know if it'll come up now, because when I try to do it again, it might have been scraped from the web. But it is eye-opening about BB, all the way back to his childhood, and it is narrated by his best friend, who he eventually financed to be an American film director, a film producer here in the United States.
Can you put that in the chat? Or is it
I can't. Look, I tried to find it again, because I actually fell asleep on it 2 nights ago. I think it was 3 nights ago when I was watching it. I fell asleep on it, and then when I tried to search for it again, I couldn't find it. So it may have been
okay, removed. I'm going to try to look for it. Say it again.
But it's been scrubbed.
Why? Spell it again.
YANDX. YANDEX.
.com. And then, I don't know, the CEO is still, he wanted to say something. Did he check? But he was saying, how are we calling Donald Trump? And see, you guys said what I was going to say, but I didn't even have the energy to answer him at the time, because it says, how do we are calling Donald Trump dumb and stupid and whatever, because he's making all these, I'm just paraphrasing, all these precision moves, and it's not even him. That's what was going to be my answer. It's not even him. We got Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, all the people supposedly, I feel could be wrong, because I'm not politically savvy like you guys, but I don't think Trump's running shit. I think he agrees with whatever they tell him to agree with. They put shit in his ear. All he's dreaming about is a bucket of chicken and a hamburger, and trying to keep his blood pressure down and his ankles reduced. I don't think this man to sit up and be strategically going with the NATO thing. See, the first thing he talked about was this is somebody who's supposed to be smart and strategic, right? The first thing he's talking about having people arrested for an escalator. That's the level he's on. And a teleprompter, and that's the level that he is on. It's the people behind him that are pulling these strings.
Leaders get credit for the people they hire.
Leaders get credit for the people they hire or told to hire? Yeah.
Told to hire?
Yeah. I'm going to get credit for that, CU. If I have somebody on my staff and they tell me to hire so-and-so and I do it, yeah, of course I'm gonna get credit for it. And if I'm a legit person, I will give them the credit for telling me to get the credit. But he ain't even that smart,
Somebody in the room yesterday, Lisa, said that 50% of Project 2025 has been completed.
That's what I heard too.
People are saying that and then saying that he's a dummy, he's not doing anything. Two things can't. I don't know how you square those.
Yeah, they both can't be true. They can't.
I'm confused.
It's honestly not that hard. What did I just say?
No, it's the people behind him. He's the president, but it's the people behind him.
Exactly.
Like you wouldn't say that for the CEO of a company, right? That's nonsensical. If it's the people working underneath him that he appointed, and sure, if he had a set of advisors, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what a CEO does. You listen to advisors, and you get credit for when it works. You take the damage when it doesn't.
It's not true. Well, I'm going to say
this is what every leader does. This is what every leader does.
But what you're
I'm sure Barack Obama wasn't walking around not knowing how to pronounce acetaminophen.
That's a different conversation. That's a different conversation.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that Trump, you the guys are the one who's exalting him and trying to make it seem like he's this intelligent supreme leader. He don't even know what the country he's talking about are even located on the fucking map.
Also, I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify. I'm not trying to hold him up as the mastermind genius of all time. I push that complete idiot.
Yeah, okay.
It's a low bar.
Here's why he's a complete idiot, okay? This isn't that hard. He can be effective and stupid at the same time. I've known lots of stupid, effective people. They generally do really dumb shit. That's why we call them stupid. He, as it turns out, is very effective. He's very effective at mismanaging a pandemic. He's very effective at making choices that hurt the American people in order to line his own pockets. He's very effective at those things. He's also an idiot because he doesn't understand basic concepts. He like really, really basic ones. He has trouble stringing words together. That was irony, I guess, me fucking that up. That's why he's an idiot.
I like that.
Like that's why he gets called that, is because he doesn't understand basic concepts. And while yes, he is effective, it's not to any anybody's gain except for perhaps lining his own pockets. And if you respect that and that's like where your values lie, I guess you could say he's some sort of genius. But you're calling him a genius because he's corrupt.
I didn't call him a genius.
No, I'm saying you would be. You would be if you were to say that. But this is the thing, like, being effective doesn't make you smart.
So here's what I am going to disagree with you on this one. Okay, never mind. I won't say anything. Just go.
No, just don't have to. Speak your mind, Tia.
Shut up, Omari. Goddamn. Just don't. No, nobody was saying. Okay, that was you being dumb, CEO. Nobody was saying, because you were talking. I just thought I was next. Now go ahead, big baby.
Go ahead, Simone. I'll see you.
One of the top measures of any leader is whether or not they reach the objectives that they have. I mean, that's been like 101 leadership for a very long time. So that is a measure, and it is a meaningful measure. So I don't get that pushback.
I would push back about who the leader is. So my argument is not that it isn't effective. We see it's effective, and we see it's lining the pockets of certain people, and we see it's helping the Republicans in a big way, not the poor Republicans. But I would push back on what the leadership is, and that's my whole argument, is that he is in my opinion, he's just the figurehead for it, because we know he didn't think up all of this shit. And yes, to your point, it's a team behind, it's the advisors behind a CEO. But I'm arguing that the team isn't even behind his ass. He's being a puppet. They are running him. I'm arguing that it is the advisors that are running the government. It is not him, and he is simply the figurehead. So I would never praise him, but all those Republicans that put this shit together, from Project 2025 to everything else, they gave him those ideas because it's something they wanted. They paid for him to be in that role to execute it, and or to at least appear to execute it. And so he's certainly not a leader. He was a shitty businessman. And now he's definitely lining his pocket, and he's going to, because he didn't even want to be president, he's going to make this work for him. And that's what I think he's doing.
Hey, can I get in here on this also? So to CEO, and to your point, so with this whole thing at the UN, with the escalator, that his people stopped, and the teleprompter, that his people messed up. He is so dumb, he's so idiotic, he's so easily manipulated that they stopped that. Then he goes on a rant like a freaking baby in front of world leaders who actually have intelligence, leaders who have graduated, who have advanced degrees, leaders who have served in their military, leaders who have like given their blood for their country. With this idiot, he's an idiot, man. I don't know how you say. And then like the UN debacle, and then he follows it up with, well, you don't know how things were in West Palm Beach back in the day when they talked about the Epstein stuff. He's an idiot. Like, I mean, please prove me wrong.
I think Rez used the best word earlier when she said incompetent, right? That's a much better word than saying idiot. So,
y'all have the other team has not been nice with their words, so we can say what we want to say.
Well, but I mean, in terms of you absolutely, you say what you always say. But I mean, in terms of square,
well, I think he's an idiot or he's incompetent. He could be either, but I think that's happy to glad. That holds no weight in changing the opinion.
Why not limit all three?
Well, let me say this. Let me get this in real quick, because see, Charlie Kirk died for me to be able to say he's an idiot. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, like, okay, like, well, yeah, okay, like, okay.
Cool. Cool story. Cool story.
Ooh, that hurts.
Was that supposed to be the profound mic drop of the night?
I think so.
don't know, but
I think it makes him feel better.
He said black women didn't have the brain power, so I can call like an idiot. I'm just saying, like literally, we're in this age now, free speech, right? So like that's the whole thing that they push at that white nationalist rally on Sunday in Arizona. Like that we can say we want to now. Like this man in New Jersey, I can't think of the politician's name, talked about like Newark schools and like basically saying how segregation is good and talking about the whole thing with like blacks and whites and test scores. We can say we want to now, so I can say he's an idiot. That's all I'm saying. Like we're in that age now.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I wasn't coming at it from the free speech angle. I was just coming at it from the angle of like, make it just line up for me. He can do all these things that no other president has done and test the Constitution and get away with all this stuff, but at the same time, he's an idiot. I mean, so that is the thing.
And get 34 felonies. And get away with it. This is crazy work.
I'm giving you a hard time, CEO. I'm just giving you a hard time because all this stuff is a joke. We had a black man who was hung off a bridge in New York last week, and we had another in Mississippi. I mean, they're outside now. They had a white nationalist rally in Arizona on Sunday. So I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a hard time because all this shit's like a joke at this point.
My assumption that white nationalist was at the event.
That's all it was a
Even Stephen Miller gave parts of a speech that echoed Joseph Goebbels' speech. Like, go look at it.
Yeah, that's so wild, right, Michael? That to me, like,
I'm saying all this stuff's a joke at this point.
Yeah, it's so wild. And like, look, whether or not Trump is an idiot is maybe not the most important conversation. The question is he helpful or damaging? And if you still think he's helpful,
there's no question about that, Your Honor. I mean,
yeah, but like, well, who cares about the definition of the ad hominem attack on him? Like, I mean, I've got all kinds of insults, all kinds of words that I could use to describe Donald Trump. But the thing that actually is the most impactful is like, what is his impact on people? Like, what is he actually doing that changes our lives? And the things that he's doing that change our lives are unabashedly a fucking disaster and tragic and leading to all kinds of human suffering, both here and abroad. I mean, why the hell is he putting massive tariffs on upholstered furniture? Like, what is wrong with this man? He's attacking Tylenol. He's now attacking mifepristone, which is an important drug for women. Like, this man is just a terrible, terrible human being who has no problem causing human suffering. And he said it himself at a fucking funeral of all places that he wishes ill on his quote unquote enemies. And he's talking about us.
He outright said the word hate in a place where he had an opportunity to bridge differences. He further exasperated them by saying what he hated. And I just think that is not representative of the POTUS, and in so many ways, people are supporting him no matter what he does, which is terribly dangerous. Terribly dangerous.
So, Butter, he's not POTUS. Somebody else is POTUS. He's just a puppet, so I got to correct you there. And also, he's not dangerous. No one listens to him. He's stupid. He's an idiot. So no one listens to him. So, I mean, I don't know what the argument is. If nobody respects him, nobody likes him, he's an idiot, he doesn't have no support, and therefore what is the complaints?
Hold on real quick, Si. Hold on real quick. Just let me get one thing. The thing is that with Omari, what you said, that's incorrect. These rooms have y'all effed up. Because we get in here and like we're erudite and we're smart and we have we got degrees, we're all in here, and it's like we're having these conversations. In Middle America, people listen to him. People literally take what he says as gospel. That's why he's dangerous when he just spouts off the stuff he does. People literally, you could see it. That 100,000 that packed the Arizona Stadium, all those people, anything he says is like his words are the gospel. So he's very dangerous.
Those people are never going to listen to you. They're never going to like you. They don't like you. So if you put those 100, hold on 1 second. Let me finish. Let me finish. If you put 30, you put the same people in this room that was at that rally, you would have a completely different conversation. they would be calling you the same thing that you say they would be saying about Biden. They would be calling him slow, auto pen, this, that. I mean, we're in the upside down world. I mean, I can't wait till Stranger Things come out because this is really the world that we have.
Here's the thing. Hold on for a second. Here's the thing. So
nobody was still vote for Kamala Harris on that side.
Listen, here's the thing. The other people like us, the radical left, we don't lynch people. We don't go to HBCUs and put threats on kids for something that we had nothing to do with. Like a white kid gets shot by another white kid, and we're not going around the PWIs and being like, we're gonna come kill people and talking about what we're gonna do. Like, man, please with that or whatever. This shit is dangerous and it's not a joke anymore. And I'm just saying, like, I'm out. It's just not a joke, So like, y'all keep on having these goofy ass conversations.
But no one's laughing. I'm not laughing. I never went ha ha ha. If you could have the same conversation with the same people on that side, they don't like you either. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If that can't get through your head, I don't know what can. They're having the same negative conversation that you're having about them. Hold on,
what is your point?
I'm talking to Micah right now. The point is,
you're repeating yourself the second time.
You can complain all day about Donald Trump.
You can explain it would be useful.
They're complaining about you. They think you're the ones that are destroying this country. They think Biden is the one with Dark Brandon that causes the division.
They're lynching people, Omari. We're not. They're causing threats on HBCUs. We're not. They're doing stuff. We're not, Omari. What are you talking about?
I think he's just talking about the perception and like how do you maybe break through a perception.
Right, exactly. He couldn't understand that.
Can we break through? Can we stop lynching folks? Can that happen? Can we break through on that? Can we stop abuse? Black people have to be be cautious in the way we move. There was a dude that came on and said, Trump, give me the trans Trump. I'll go door to door. Let me at them. These people are idiots. They're mad dogs. The people that try to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. All these people, the people that try to burn Josh Shapiro's house. The man that took the hammer to Nancy Pelosi's house. Then they joked about Nancy Pelosi's husband. And then they want to talk about you shouldn't make fun of people after attacks. And I'm just saying, it's a joke. I'm just saying these conversations we have are this is just some stupid shit. Anyway, I yield. That's why I ain't been coming up. I'm good.
Yeah, and the problem with this is also the things that are being done with power are not congruent. So those people can feel however the way they feel, but there's still objective reality. It still exists. We're still here. And the problem is that the stuff that they're saying doesn't add up. And I agree that it's a problem that our country is so divided. But you can't resolve that division when you've got one side that is so incredibly propagandized that they just are so divorced from reality that they can't connect anymore. They're attacking Tylenol, man. What the fuck is going on? Their goddamn minds. We're talking about 90,000.
Did you just not hear what Butter said? And you're gonna come off your mic for that?
To the White House. This shit is absolutely crazy. They are not they're not living in the real world, and they it's not close. I would love to find common ground. I found common ground with lots of people many times over many years. But if you're gonna tell me that the 2020 election was stolen, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? You're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is the tone of the country can't change while Trump is leading it. It just cannot.
But what it did do is expose some of those closed-door conversations that were being had that we always knew were happening, but we never heard at the level of transparency, you could say, as we do now, which is why Charlie was so many people were a big fan of his, because he was saying things that they didn't have the courage to say. And also the data that has been used to back up some of these talking points is misleading data. So it doesn't tell the whole story. It's just a piece of the story that supports the stereotypical vision that they want to have about people, and to justify the reason why they are either feeling under attack or attacking.
say that. Let me say this real
quick. Do we need
quick.
anybody to tell us the whole story? We're being told the rest of the story. We knew the story during his first term. We're just getting the rest of the story. You know, we knew how this man was. It's no surprise how he was. And he's just carrying it, completing his task. That's all. I mean, if I wasn't surprised by his action, I'm still not surprised by anything that he does.
They had an episode. They showed this episode of an old Twilight Zone where Dennis Hopper basically played this white nationalist or whatever, like these Hitler youth that were like trying to spring up in America, and they have this shadowy figure in the back. You can't see like the face, but it's like Hitler or whatever. Like if Hitler lived, and he was trying to influence this thing. And they talked about he was telling them about like being a martyr, and like Dennis Hopper was like, well, how do you figure out like who a martyr is? He says, you don't figure it out, you choose the martyr. I'm just saying, this thing that they've done with this CK kid before, nobody really knew about him. Some people did or whatever, like just like you know about, you were like Nick Fuentes and some of these people, but he has become something like so much more powerful, like in death, and to the point about like this man I saw from New Jersey that I can't think of the politician's name, that literally was talking about test scores and black kids and white kids, like you said, saying the quiet parts out loud. Like I said, we're in a real effed up place right now, and that's why like I can't with this thing with like just like Aaron was saying with this middle ground, and like to Amar's point, we can't go back and forth. There is no more even Steven on this or whatever. They kill people. They are doing things that are very damaging. Even with this mess that he did with the Tylenol or whatever, they're literally, and like with stopping abortion, but all this stuff that they're freaking doing, where like you can't even be like this woman who was like dead, who was basically like just like an incubator for a baby that was just. They are literally doing. We don't do that. Like the radical left, like for whatever we do, we don't do all the stuff that they do. And so I'm saying like there's literally this dichotomy, and they lie. It's just like it's just a sick.
Right, Mike. And, you know, that's the thing. I just want to hear one person just say, a person like Omari, just admit. I mean, just admit the truth. It's like Patty said, the belief in human rights is a threat, and that's sad. Really sad that we have to feel like that, but that's the feeling that we have gotten since this man been in office, and people, it haven't even been a year yet, and look at what we're going through. This year I use mine. It is what it is. Amen.
I have to try my agree with you. Sorry, you guys. Listen to me clean the bathroom. Sorry, you gotta put me on mute.
I just want to say, follow up with one thing. I've been gone for a couple of hours, not because I wanted to be, but my battery went dead, and I had to be somewhere where I couldn't charge my phone, so I couldn't miss y'all. But anyway, to the marathon. I just wanted to say, pain. So that's what takes me off and triggers me. Like May was saying, when they don't tell the truth. I mean, it's hard to get them to admit to anything or to text. And one more thing I wanted to add was, yes, everybody knows violence happens on both sides. But you had J.D. Vance yesterday, before we knew anything about what happened in Dallas, blaming the left. It doesn't make sense to do that. Like jumping out, putting the cart before the horse as the vice president does nothing but make people feel worse. It is not a trajectory toward trying to make people come together. But I'm sure that they figured out that the division makes them stronger. So they believe. But I do believe they're going to, in the end, up into each other together, bumping heads together, because They're going to wake up. They have to. But what comes, there is, it comes from both ways. Response is different. And it's very clear. It's very clear. You went out. If you went out. Oh, where? Okay. So, yes, there is violence on both sides. But what we have to look at is the response. And the response from either side is very different. It's very different. Dems don't accuse. They don't speak more hate on top of what's happening. And it doesn't matter. They respond, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican, they respond the same way. We don't get that from the right. And to say anything different is simply a lie. And we just got to do better, y'all. I'll land.
Lisa, did you play that clip yesterday, the full clip of the five with Jessica Tarvo and Greg Gutfeld when they're going back and forth? You played that, right? I think she's cleaning her bathroom. So I mean,
Omar, has Jesse Waters lost his mind or what, or is it just me?
Yeah, he's losing it, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you just go put that conversation on with Greg Gutfeld, he's making it seem like it's the left, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not having a conversation like I'm one way or the other. I'm saying that I really feel like the division is crazy, and I'm hearing always just so many different things from different people. It's just it's sick.
Gutfeld is on the hard right. What do you expect him to do?
It doesn't matter. He thinks it's you, though. He thinks you're the enemy.
Anyone else, sir, off the Fox News channel, period. Hello?
It doesn't matter about the channel. I think you're missing the whole point. The point is, he looks at you as the enemy.
Let me
look at him as the
tell
enemy.
you why it matters, sir. It matters because most of the programming on Fox News is entertainment. It's not news. So they don't, the same restriction that's on real journalists are not on those who are providing entertainment. Gutfeld is one of those guys. That's Hannity. That's most of them. Brett is the only one. There may be another one that. So listen to Brett Baer, whatever his name is, because he's a real journalist. And so while he may have a slant, he's giving you real news. So if you insist on being on Fox News, listen to someone. I mean, why do you want to be ignorant to real facts? And I don't mean ignorant in a negative way, but to not know a fact is literally ignorant to a fact. So that's what that is. But if you can't turn your channel off Fox News, which is weird in itself, as long as you understand that, but at least listen to a reputable journalist and not so much with the opinions. It's opinionated. Morning Joe is opinionated. They are not journalists. Okay? So, listen to Brett Baer if your TV won't go to another channel. Because you found weird a lot of times. I mean, people were thinking the same thing I was about 15 minutes ago when you spoke. We really don't know what you believe because you change every day. I don't know. You arguing both sides, and you're not doing a good job on either one because your facts are all skewed. And I'll land.
And Omari, I would love for some sort of kumbaya to happen, but the reality is that, if you're trying, like if you're divided with someone and they're punching you in the face, they got to stop punching you in the face for you to start having a conversation. And the reality is the right has been complaining about ghosts for a long ass time, like the war on Christmas, for example. Just absolute nonsense. And they've been complaining about things where, for the most part, like they've had the opportunity to do whatever they want in the states, where they've had the control, all those sorts of things. Meanwhile, the Republican Party has constantly gone in to other states to change things around. They've used all kinds of levers of power to impact the lives of people. Like, I live in Oakland, man. I don't remember Biden ever saying he was going to place troops in any sort of red area. Donald Trump has talked about placing troops in my home. Like, I don't want them there. They don't belong there. There's no need for them to be there. So I can't have a chill conversation, break bread. We're gonna I don't know, sip some sort of beverage together and figure out how we're gonna bridge our differences when someone's talking about completely unnecessarily putting National Guardsmen in my city. Not an option. And this is the problem, is that the actual impact of the Republican policies is severe. And the actual impact of the things that the Democrats have done is just nowhere close. It's still in the mainstream of American politics, as it has been for a long time. This dude is not that. He's a clear and present danger. And until that danger is addressed and that threat is reduced and mitigated, it's impossible to have that conversation. And the right can feel like, oh, the left is coming for them. But the reality is that they're not.
Carolina, Lisa is a perfect example. And everybody in this room know that. Lisa will get in a Democrat ass in a heartbeat. If a Democrat is wrong, she's going to come out with it. She's going to talk her shit. You know what I'm saying? But you will not hear a Republican own up to shit on this stage, period. They will come up with an excuse for everything. You will not hear them own up to it to say this, they were wrong, they did this, You just don't.
Facts, man. Sometimes I want to just sling Lisa around when she be talking about them.
I can hear you.
Take
your telegram.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's so funny, you guys.
No, we like consistency.
I'm just like, and today I really felt myself coming out of body, but I don't mind, you lefties, you're true to a cause. I'm an independent. I might as well go to the left, because being independent, I'm starting to think about it, is not really benefiting me one way or the other. Because I'm going to vote for who I want to vote for regardless of what banner, but I'll never be a Republican. I'll never be a Republican because of what the damage that I see is doing to my people. Because I'm a human being, of course, but I live in a community and no one has... I didn't choose to be set aside, I didn't choose a lot of things, but I do love my community. I do try to help as much as I can in my community. And these Republicans, I do not see it. And I'm trying, and the reason I want to talk to them, I'm saying it's not that I like talking to them, because I lost it today on them, and all that built up tension and anxiety and shit, it just came out today, and I apologize, because I was I saw myself out of my body. But I don't understand how you can watch an administration and a president continuously erase the gains that your forefathers put in place. You have no respect for the fact that people literally laid down their lives, bled out and died, hung from trees, drowned in rivers, castrated, mutilated, baby stoned to the gators up against walls. I don't want to keep going down it because you know what? And that's another thing you guys don't like. You guys don't like remembering history. You hate to go back and revisit the times where we had to suffer, the suffering that we went through, all the pain that we went through, all the humiliation that our grandmothers and great-grandmothers and great-great-grandmothers went through. You don't want to go back there, but other people who remember that they had to walk through them gas chambers and thousands upon thousands were killed, but you were also used as test dummies for the gas chambers. And you want to forget that, and you want to feel like, oh, now I'm here, now I arrived, now, you know, I my perception is that I have money, so I'm above all the rest of the suffrage that's still going on with your people. That's what really irks me about Black MAGAs. I won't even say Republicans, because I know some Black Republicans who are trying to figure out what they're going to do. Because they got to leave the party. They have to leave the party. But the MAGAs, you guys are a rare scientific specimen to go down in the books of history. How you are sitting here celebrating and supporting a man who is trying to wipe out your legacy, your history, and maybe your future. It's crazy. And you're like, well, how? And then when I start going over all the things that he's doing, you're not even listening to listen. You're not even listening to even have a conversation. You're listening to try to backpedal and start talking about shit I'm not even talking about. So one by one, we're seeing our rights being taken away. You know what I'm saying? And how is that? Well, look at our schools. Look at what's going on in our communities with the blight and everything. Look at what the programs that are being cut. Look at the safety nets that are being eliminated. Look at the civil rights that people are saying are not so civil. Look at the fact that we had to beg, borrow, die, sit in, roll over, whatever, to get the ability to have affirmative action. The DEI, I mean, diversity and equity, I mean, that was applying to just everybody, handicapped people as well. But they put the jacket on us and we had to wear it. And then they start cutting that as well. So anything that's going to uplift a group of people who have a very unique history in this country, unlike any other person who came here from another country. The Indians were here first, and I feel the fact that they have just given up. They were almost fucking exterminated. And not only that, now they live on parcels of land that were given to them, not the best pieces either, of their own fucking land.
Are you talking about
I'm talking about the people who were already here on this land.
No, those would be Black people.
Well, whatever you want to say at this point in time, okay? Whatever you want to say, I'll even jump in that car. But the mere fact that you sit here and let things and think it's okay, what's going on, is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then I open it up, and then after I think about my community, I look out and I look at other people who are in the same boat, poor and struggling people, working class people who are really suffering. I'm sitting here while you guys, I'm on mute, and I'm watching people who work for the government and who have been fired or in perception of fired. This one lady with her kids, her husband's now staying at home, and she's going to go work at a bakery. Then she said, I think I might just start baking cookies out of my kitchen. She thought her job was secure. And he's playing games with people's lives. So the shutdown now that's coming up in 5-10 days, he's saying to fire those people. He don't give a fuck. He's sitting on billions of dollars. And it's like, what? Firing? I thought you had the highest job numbers ever in the history known to the country of man ever.
Lisa,
but you will fire a motherfucker in a minute.
It's not going to hold. The people will sue and get their jobs back eventually after the damage is done.
But yeah, what's going to happen to them if they can't make their payments?
Hello, my family's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I understand the pressure.
You gotta eat. You got car payments. You have rent. You have a house note. You have school tuition. Your life just doesn't start. And he's playing games with your life. He's playing games with people's life because he's building a 125 square foot ballroom, motherfucker.
Yeah, but
so everybody's trying to figure out how to keep the fucking lights on in their apartments and food that they can't fucking afford.
Well, I thought they said it would take 3 years. We won't be in there anyway.
I'm sorry?
I said it would take 3 years. His ass won't be there anyway, really.
Girl, I don't know. Do we know? Do we know? I don't think he ever gonna leave. Who gonna build a fucking ballroom that nobody even wants? We don't even have fucking balls anymore. We rarely go outside. And this nigga is building a 125,000 foot ballroom that's 3 times the size as the White House. That don't make no kind of fucking sense. And people who are volunteering to fund it, because it's supposedly all coming from donations, why they not donating to schools to help get laptops, desks, air conditioning, playground equipment, fixing the fucking schools up? Why are increasing teachers' salaries? Why they not donating to that kind of shit? I'm really just sick and tired of being sick and tired in this country. I'm sick and tired of black people. You can vote for whoever you want to, and I can talk about you whenever I want to. So, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings because I'm not trying to, but it's just, we on a Democratic plantation. Really?
That's a fuck your feelings crowd, Lisa. That's who that is. And I'm going to tell you, our friend in the back, the Democrats are not shutting down the government. The Democrats hold no control over any part of the fucking government.
We're the minority.
Somebody is saying that, y'all. Somebody's saying that.
Of course they are.
In the chat, yeah. You guys don't want to take your L's and wear them. You think that you're always winning.
But they're watching TV.
I guarantee you she ain't watching nothing but Fox News. That's it.
Yeah. Right.
Because they're the only one saying that
shit at all are shutting down the government. Because they're asking, you know what they're asking for? Why Trump don't want to talk to them? You don't know that part, do you? So put in the chat what the guys are asking for, why Trump canceled the meeting. Put in the chat while you type in all this other shit. Put in the chat. We'll wait. Whoever typed in that the Dems are shutting down the government, put in the chat what they're asking for.
And while she's doing that, let me say this real quick, y'all. Can you imagine the Dems have a big trial going on about pedophilia, and they try, and on the other hand, trying to build a damn ballroom? Like, that's what the problem is now. They party, they overdoing it with the party. So let's build a big ass ballroom in the White House, and we can frolic. We can frolic around the White House. So we can.
None of them niggas gonna be invited to it though.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Mike, you think you're gonna be at the ball, baby? If you do, I'll be your date.
Man, Timmy need to be there. He like.
I have no desire to be there.
Mike's gonna be there.
I'll be your date.
No, I wouldn't take you there, but because I have no desire to be there. So.
You be the asshole with the fucking thing.
I'm gonna try to give that joke to Kimball. See if I can get paid for that joke.
But I definitely don't want to go to the Democratic plantation. I don't want the butter biscuits. I don't want the catfish nuggets.
That catfish butter biscuits is good.
No, it's not.
The Democratic plantation.
That keeps you hypnotized.
And you so original.
That keeps you hypnotized, Lisa.
I'm hypnotized, baby, with some butter biscuits. You ain't never lied about that.
Mike, you don't like arugula?
You ain't told another lie. He's eating arugula, and I'd rather take the goddamn butter biscuits. I'm sorry, Mike.
And with Biden and all, with the Biden sexuals, I know that the macaroni and cheese has raisins in it over there. Listen, I'm very good.
Cheese has raisins. Hey, Lisa.
No, I've had occasional raisin fetish too, Mike. It's all right.
Hey, Sister Lisa, can I supplement?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to. It's a 420.
Go ahead. I'm going to speak after you. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Go ahead, Sam.
I'm sorry. So, Sister Lisa, like, I want to acknowledge what you were saying. I'm glad you said it about the rhetoric about the MAGAs, the black MAGAs, because I just came from a room where I got booted out. It's called the Tavern Lounge, the Truth Seekers. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I didn't know they were conservative until they started talking about, oh my God, Charlie Kirk is with the Holy Spirit. So, anyways, there's a guy that made a comment, and the guy follows me. He's a fellow Muslim brother of mine. He came in there and made a comment about the IDF or whatever. And of course, it was hateful. You know, I'm not going to agree with it. But of course, that was his opinion, you know. So I came in on his behalf, and I said, you know, I'm new to the stage. I apologize. The brother followed me in. I didn't know. But he's very passionate about his beliefs regarding the Israeli-Palestinian situation. And he's like, I don't care. You know, we don't tolerate this hateful stuff. I said, I understand. However, let's get something clear here. In some of our rooms, in both black, because I'm a black man, and I'm also a Muslim, in both rooms, you've had people come in with racist and anti-Muslim vitriol. I've heard it. In black rooms I've been in, you've had so-called MAGAs, aka white supremacists, come in there and say, well, your parents should be hung from trees like the 1920s. And I've heard in Muslim rooms, people that claim to be Zionists say, well, I don't really care about the Palestinian and Gaza because the Gaza should be a part. You've heard pastors say that on the right. And so when I brought this up, especially when I refer to the anti-black rhetoric, I guess the curator who looks to be black himself, but I'm assuming he's Nigerian or Ethiopian. Well, he automatically, he's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And it's like, well, you want to hate speech that comes from your end. It's called free speech according to you. So you can't have it both ways. And so immediately, like, as soon as I started getting in their ass, they kicked me out. So I'm glad you said that, sister, because that shit is an anomaly. When I hear a black man tell another black man, I don't want to hear about racism and being hung from trees in the 1920s, but then you're okay with people talking about Charlie Kirk is with the Holy Spirit, the same man who said that the 1964 Civil Rights Act was a mistake. I don't know. I don't get it. So I want to acknowledge that, sis.
Let me get in on this. Let me get in real quick on this.
Michael.
So, my bad. You trying to go? You trying to go?
I was, but you can go ahead.
I get on after you done.
No, I had told Lisa earlier today I was going to read something to her. Went to the room. Ah, damn. Excuse me, guys, but I hit it. It disappeared, but okay. I got it again. It says, I, Senator Emmanuel Jones, stand before you now deeply troubled when Representative David Scott votes in favor of House Resolution 719 to honor the life and legacy of Charlie James Kirk. It isn't just a vote. It's a betrayal of democracy, equality, and the dignity every citizen of Georgia's 13th congressional district deserves. A person elected to represent all of us, of every race, background, minority, must hold firm to the values of fairness, respect, and justice. Yet this resolution lifts up someone whose words and actions have repeatedly undermined those values. During my 21 years of public service, I have never sold out those I represent. This is clear evidence of just how out of touch Representative David Scott has become. To honor Charlie Kirk is, for many of us, nothing less than a slap in the face. And it is a shameful embarrassment to those of us who believe in unity and decency and recognizing each person's worth
His rhetoric has not simply offended, it has hurt. It has deepened, divided. It has questioned the competence and humanity of Black people. Here are two statements from Charlie Kirk that show why this revolution is so disturbing. If I see a Black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic Black woman, I wonder if she's there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? These are not isolated steps. These are revealing moments, showing how he views the ability and worth of Black individuals through suspicion, through the meaning assumption. When a person with such views is given honor in our halls of government, it sends a message that it's okay to question the legitimacy of people simply because of their race, that our principles of equality and justice are flexible and negotiable. That message is unacceptable. So I call on you, constituents of Georgia in the 13th Congressional District, and to my colleagues, it is time we raise our voice. It is time we stand firm. It is time we make clear what we believe in. We must of human dignity and democratic equality. We deserve representatives who stand up when figures like Charlie Kirk degrade our shared history, our future, and our ability to trust one another. We deserve better than it, because if we stay silent, we become complicit. Senator Emmanuel Jones, congressional candidate for District 13. So both of those people are Democrats, Lisa. But David Scott voted on the bill.
And how can we, I don't know, y'all, these are, I don't know.
Not vote his ass back in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. A lot of us got to go. A lot of, not just Black leaders that are currently being complicit, actually not speaking out, not speaking up. The other one's got to go too. We just have to vote these people out because they're not being effective. They're not doing their jobs. They're not to my liking. So whoever is representing my districts, whoever is representing me, and the ones that I feel they're not, I'm not voting for them. That's plain and simple. That's my right. That is my right. And hopefully my vote will count. And we need to just get these people out of here and start trying to figure out how we're going to. Somebody said we're going to have to it's going to be the new Reconstruction when Trump leaves. It's going to take a long time to get that stench out of there. It's just not opening up throwing up the windows or whatever and putting somebody else in. It's going to take a minute because he's been there 7 months and he's on a destructive path. And our good friends who come in here, MAGA's calling us on the plantation. You guys have a lot of nerves calling Democrats on a plantation when you're not even represented in this administration. You're not represented at all.
I mean, and what's the alternative for the Democrats? What did we get? What did we get? More butter biscuits, more catfish nuggets.
Love them butter biscuits. That's why we got
more
these
benign
nice
neglect,
round.
more trickle down. Nothing came. Nothing really.
Mike, they got 120,000 square foot Popeyes.
Exactly.
There were more Black people got slaughtered under the Democrats
in a decade. That's what's wrong with you. That's what's wrong with you. That's exactly what's wrong with you. You need some butter biscuits.
Right, but also Black people got slaughtered.
You do, baby.
Black people got slaughtered under the Democrats. There was a lot of police brutality under the Democrats, and everything was okay. It was peachy
Who
cream.
got slaughtered?
There was no Black people that got slaughtered. There you go. You're right.
Wait, no.
Lisa, you're gonna be arguing
Hold up. Can I just have this back and forth? You know,
you can have whatever you want.
Can I? And it won't last long.
Let me get after you done, Lisa.
Yeah, it won't last long. I promise. It won't last long.
I want to have your ear later.
No, it won't last long. And I know you're a beautiful man, but let me tell you something, Mike. I want to know how and when Black people got slaughtered? Because I'm not understanding what you mean when you say Black people got slaughtered under the Democrats.
You had police brutality. You had all of those killings of all of those innocent Black men and women. And what did you have with Obama? Oh, when the professor was assaulted
like last week.
And everything, right? But also with your Democrats too. Let's not forget about that. And so what happened
under
was
Reagan? What happened under Reagan? What happened under Bush? What happened under Nixon?
Right.
What happened under?
But what happened with the But you guys are supposed
what
to be
happened under Abraham Lincoln? Let's start at the beginning. What happened under George Washington? What happened under Abraham Lincoln? What happened under
But you guys said that you were progressives. What about the progression? What about the woke culture?
Are you kidding? What the progression?
Right.
The reason that you can sit on this app and say these horrible things is a sign of the progression. What are you talking about? Blacks have progressed, sir. What are you saying? Are you saying that we have not progressed in this country? Is that what you're saying?
Can I do this?
I'm asking him.
I didn't say anything about progression.
You
All
said
I'm saying
we're
is that
progressive. Okay, so
what I'm saying is that hold on, man. What I'm saying is that you had all of those police brutalities incidents.
Notice he didn't answer the question.
I don't need 1,000 voices if I'm talking about.
But we're gonna call y'all out for bullshit. But we're gonna call out your bullshit. You don't have to care.
But what Mike is saying, is happened under every damn president. There hasn't been a president that there has not been Black bodies that have gone down, sir. Under police brutality, under discrimination, under hatred. These presidents can't solve those problems. What's in your heart and what's in your soul. There's not a president. Jesus can't solve those fucking problems. And you're looking for a president to solve it?
But look at what Donald Trump is doing.
Do it, sir.
Donald Trump is pedestalizing Charlie Kirk, but we couldn't get anything.
Deifying him as an example.
Absolutely.
So who the hell do you think that we should have been deifying? We don't have any Black Panthers that have been shot in the neck. That President Obama, he stood up for. What was the young man who got killed by the fat dude in Florida? I can't think of
Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon. Well, it was the fat dude in Florida. I'm sorry, and giving thanks to Trayvon. God bless you, young man. And I know you're resting in power. You understand me, Trayvon? Because you paved the way for all Black little boys to wear hoodies without being shot in the back of their motherfucking head. So let me tell you something. And hold up, baby, hold up. So because of that, when our president said Trayvon Martin could be my son, he was fucking vilified. But you let Trump, and that was an innocent baby. That was an innocent young man just going to get some Skittles. God bless him. God bless him. And then we got somebody who sits around and denigrates and devalues and demoralizes your people, your women, your children, and you think you're going to hold him up as a deity. And look what we got. Look what our president did.
No, I didn't hear me say all of that. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, if I could get a word in, if I could get a word in.
I'm sorry, I'm talking over you. I didn't mean to.
No, it's about the mic.
Can I get back in this thing?
So, Lord, calm down. At the end of the day, how many people are going to talk?
Go ahead, Mike. Can you let Mike land so we can let the other Mike? Go ahead, Mike. Okay, go ahead.
At the end of the day, it's like this. The Democrats are supposed to be the progressives. They're supposed to be the ones that are the bastion of excellence. They're doing well for everybody, and they're doing all of these amazing things. And time after time after time, Black people are still not being serviced. Black people are still not getting reparations. Black people are still not getting protected status. Black people are still not receiving the rights that they're supposed to. More importantly, calm down. I don't really care what you think.
Yeah, but you don't have to land. You can't have a podcast.
I barely started talking and you're right, but you started babbling on mic. I don't really want to talk to you, Deborah.
Let him land. So, on if you just don't let them land.
Yeah, they interrupt you all the time because the truth of the matter is that a lot of you guys are comfortable with the Democrats. You're comfortable being lulled to sleep, and meanwall they don't do anything for you.
We are.
Hold on.
Okay, so the Republicans have got me reparations. The Republicans have got me reparations. The Republicans have stopped police killing of the black population. The Republicans have got me a better education. The Republicans have gotten me everything that the Democrats have not gotten me. Okay, so I see the light. I see the light. Who knew? The Republicans they don't do it the way they used to. You know, the Ku Klux Klan don't wear hoods anymore, sir. They run for office. That's what they do. And they cut things like affirmative action. Have you ever it took advantage of affirmative action, Mike? Maybe unbeknownst to you. They get rid of things like DEI. They cut your health care. They cut your school programs like after school. They cut free lunch. This is stuff that we put our taxes that are taken out of my check against my will. But I don't mind, Mike, because these people who are struggling, who don't have doors swing open for them because they daddy did this and daddy do that. They get in these corporations and they hire their kids, they hire their kids' friends or whatever. They do those things. So we have to put things in place where we, just as smart as they are, we have people just if not smarter. Do you know that you have to have a double master's, and when some people just have a master's? And most black people are overly qualified and not underqualified, and they go into these jobs and they have to prove themselves every fucking day they clock in. But it's not a problem because the Republicans have saved us. The Republicans have gotten us all these things that we need to help protect us and keep us from being fired for no reason, for having our food protected with the FDA, for having the CDC, for having all the things that Trump is getting rid of, my friend. So your food is not going to be inspected. We had a meat dude in here one time. I think he went over to Colombia because he was a passport bro. But he came in because he was a meat inspector, and he was telling me telling the room about when he goes to these plants and how these cows have tumors in them and more because of him. Now Trump is trying to get rid of that. So now that these greedy ass corporations can just slice through the fucking tumor and dye it with a little red dye, and I'm sitting here eating cancerous nodules because he wants to get rid of inspection of our food. The FDA, who's going to tell us about drugs, that how to take them and why to take them and when to take them. We're going to hire a lawyer who put a wellhead on his car and threw a bear in Central Park to tell us when and how and where to take medication. He's over that department. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that the Democrats have failed you with all the programs that they put in place over these many, many decades. They gave you civil rights. They gave you fair housing. They gave you the right to go to school without being harassed. That's what the Department of Education is for. It's not to tell you what to teach. It's just to protect your rights as a student and be able to go to school without being harassed. There's so many things the Democrats have done. Excuse us if we haven't done enough for you, Mike. Because maybe you don't know how to take advantage of these nice programs that have been put in place. Maybe you're unaware. So hang out with the sisters with the big hips like me that may eat butter biscuits and can fry up a good batch of fish. And maybe you'll start being able to understand how to take advantage of it. Because, baby, it ain't nothing like a black woman's love. And we need black men like you to protect us, to understand us, to uplift us, to stay in the homes and help raise your babies so we can create strong communities. We need you, Mike. We don't need you across the fence eating arugula and looking over.
You guys don't. You guys don't.
Come to the cookout.
Well, yeah, but the Democrats don't really care about black men.
Okay. You got it, Michael.
Mike, let me get into I yielded to Alexander earlier. I literally yielded my time earlier for Alexander. Now we're on this. I was going to say what Fleming had said earlier or whatever when he talked about going into a room. I forget, like, fuck, I hate when we do this shit. Anyway, I was like, I had a point where I wanted to address what Fleming was saying and talk about the fact that we can't really reach across the aisle right now. So this incendiary stuff that they're doing, like this talk, or what I forget what Fleming had talked about, but he's saying like being like a black Muslim and what he was representing. we literally have where like a man got lynched. So somebody was talking about this whole situation. Like we had two men have gotten lynched, two black men have gotten lynched. The one who got lynched in Mississippi, he had his arms broken, his legs broken. They called it a suicide. Nothing else, nothing to see here. There's a black man that was hung in Atlanta like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. They called it a suicide. I'm just saying that we're at a point now because of this rhetoric and because of this thing that happened with Charlie Kirk and because the way that they are right now. Anybody that's black that is supporting this is crazy. And I actually get what Mike P was saying, or I think I get what he's saying, or I'm gonna like take the point and expound on it. So the Red Summer of 1919, those were Democrats that did all that shit. So it's like, so the Republicans freed the slaves, the Republicans gave us Reconstruction. Democrats, Southern Democrats, that was the Klan. So it's like, so all of this stuff, now we're Democrats now as black people, because of LBJ, because of Lyndon Johnson and the stuff and the Kennedys and the stuff that happened in the 60s, and it kind of flipped. And then like the Southern Democrats went away and they developed the Republic. What we have now is just, it's these parties or whatever. Do you know that we came here, we were kidnapped. Our people were kidnapped and bought here. This system and this constitution was put in place. It wasn't for us. So we're a part of the system because we're here. But when y'all start talking Republicans and Democrats, we'll be on that right now. They are literally taking and lynching black people, and they're not getting, nothing's happening. There's no investigation. They're calling it suicide. What black person, that breaks their own arms and legs and then hangs themselves, and they're not investigating shit. So I'm just saying that's where we're at now. So it's like, so all this back and forth, that's why it's like, if you want to support Donald Trump, you want to support MAGA, I get it. I know what side you're on right now. And it's like, I have nothing to say. The lines of communication need to be closed. And to what dude was talking about earlier that was in that room, they got kicked out. I'm saying, where we at right now, they're literally killing us. So it's like all this like back and forth. It's just like, this shit's a joke. And then like Trump goes to UN and he defecates on the whole world. He tells people they don't know how to run their countries. I'm saying, do y'all see where we at right now? It's like, am I the only person that's seeing this?
No, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. Trying to stop wasting our fucking time with them.
Again, you still
I would like to go, please.
Again, it doesn't change the fact that
I would like to go, please. Mike,
it still doesn't change the fact. It still doesn't change the fact that there were black people that were. Lord.
I'd like to go. I'd like to go. Thank you. Thank you. Mute up. Goodbye.
Thank you.
It's pointless having a conversation with these people. But I wanted to ask the stage anyway. If you had to guess, what political party released the unredacted military records of somebody running for governor in this country? Does anybody want to guess what political party did that? And can we all agree that it's wrong to release the unredacted military records of somebody?
Oh, that must have been the Republicans did it.
Can we agree that? So we can all agree, like MAGA,
Wasn't
Democrats,
that who are we speaking on? Because I was guessing.
So let me tell you the story right now. The Trump administration released unredacted military records for New Jersey governor candidate Mickey Sherrill at the request of an opponent's of Mickey Sherrill's opponent's ally. So the documents included Rep. Mickey Sherrill's social security number, home addresses for her and her parents, insurance information, performance evaluations, and the non-disclosure agreement between her and the U.S. government to safeguard classified information. That's what the Trump administration did. And if we can't all, on both sides, agree that that is fucked up beyond belief, then MAGA is completely lost. And anybody who allies them is completely lost and un-American. And if you can't agree with that, I just don't know what to tell you.
That's cold-blooded.
Michael, I'm trying to look through the two stories of the two lynchings.
Wait, do you want to respond to that, Omari, or not?
No, I think that's self-explanatory. I agree with you on that, so I'm not gonna.
Hold on, Amari. Don't do that. Okay.
Don't do what?
We can talk about that a minute, Amari. You don't have to do that. That's half the problem. Nothing resonates in this room. Nothing. Everybody trying to talk.
What do you mean? I said I agree with him, Deborah. That's it.
I'll post.
Okay.
Anyway, I just want to say it's really fucking disgusting.
But I just wanted to go back with Michael's statement on the lynching, and I just want to make sure that I understand. I'm trying to read through this here, and I'm looking through it, and I don't see anything that states that this was a right or left or political lynching. And so maybe you can, explain a little bit more about these two lynchings and why you believe it's.
I can explain, dumbass.
Thank you.
So let me explain. And I don't mean to call you dumbass, man. I'm pissed about this stuff. So what's going on right now is that we need to get away from these parties. You know who John Brown is? The abolitionist John Brown. They got hung.
No, he don't know nobody. Just go ahead and say.
So John Brown, they call John Brown a radical Republican. He freed slaves. These political parties, we need to get away from this. It's like good versus evil. Like a man got hung. Do you think it was who you think did it? You think Nancy Pelosi? You think the radical, you think the lunatic left hung that boy in Mississippi? Is that what you think? The liberals? The ones that want DEI, the ones that want blacks in schools, the ones looking out for gays, the ones looking out for, do you think that those are the people that hung? Or do you think that it was like the white, all the people from the rhetoric, from the Charlie Kirks? Do you think who do you think did it?
I don't know, because it doesn't say anyway. It doesn't say who did it. I'm not the person. I didn't do the autopsy of the body. I'm not the investigator. So for you to say that, I think you can feel it. Just like the dumbasses on the right who maybe will come out and say it's the lefties that do stuff. It's dumb.
You're good, Omar, and that's why I don't come on stage anymore. And I'm literally gonna shut up because I need to do some schoolwork. You're good. I'm done. Like I said, I can't talk to y'all no more. So it's okay. So I just I don't mean to be like that in the conversation, but it's just getting stupid. Literally, somebody died, and we trying to go back and forth.
Michael? What did Amari say that was wrong?
Oh.
No, you guys don't do me like that. Wait,
I can answer.
I'm just saying, honestly, honestly saying, oh man, Amari
he just. I can answer. Let me answer. So you said, Lisa, what did you say? What did you do this? What did he do this wrong?
No, hold up, you guys. First of all, hold up 1 second. Don't do me like this because I'm not the enemy. I'm going to ask you a question. The Amari said he looked at the articles. This is somebody we can talk to. Amari, you can talk to Amari. You might not like what he says, but he's the kind of person that I found that he can talk, and he will also agree when he feels something that whether you guys believe him or not is a whole different story. So he comes in here, and if you listen to him, he'll say, "Oh, I don't agree with that." And then he'll turn around and go, well, I do agree with this. So he goes back and forth, which is his right to do that.
Can I answer your question?
So I'm saying when he's looked at the article and he read the article or skimmed through the article, and it didn't say in the article who was being held responsible. As a matter of fact, they said it was a suicide. That's what they've been calling this, a suicide. So then you ask him a question, who do you think it was the radical left? And he goes, no, not the same way. I don't think when they call it's the radical left who is out there attempting to kill or killing people on the right. And I was asking what was wrong with that answer that he gave.
And I'm trying to answer that question. So we're at a time now, so it's so with this Republican and Democrat stuff, so 100 years ago, it would have been Democrats that would have been, so we were on Clubhouse in 1925 or whatever, we were on Clubhouse, if they had Clubhouse, we'd be saying that these Democrats or whatever are like killing us or whatever. It's like, the Democrat, so glad we're Republicans. All this stuff. Now it's like, because listen, this work with me. So it's like, so for him, what a black man has died. Like HBCUs got like death threats after Charlie Kirk, and we talked about that when we had nothing to do with that. So what I'm saying is that you have one man who's in office right now who is clearly inciting things. Charlie Kirk wasn't even cold, and the man's talking about the lunatic left did this. I'm just saying at this point, and it's my prerogative, right? Like we all got free. I'm just not engaging in this no more because it's stupid. If he can't admit that it was some white racist that broke a man's legs and hung him at a university in Mississippi, I mean, we just got nothing to talk about or what. I'm just at that point right now. It's just nothing to really talk about. It's not radical right. It's not little. It's just people are dying, and it's like more people are like they're outside now. Like the way that like that freaking what's Scrunch Face or whatever, Laura Loomer went at Jasmine Crockett the other day. They are literally emboldened now because of because they got their martyr, because they got Charlie Kirk, they got their martyr, and now like just all the stuff that he said, now it's like they can be bold or whatever. It's like, no, we're gonna say it because he died for this or whatever. It's like, I'm just saying, so people that are on that side, I just got nothing to say to them. And I'm just saying that's just where I'm at now. I don't come on stage that much anyway, and I'm just gonna stop coming on, because it's just stupid at this point to me.
I mean, that's
and that's your
we don't
right.
have any more time left. This is ridiculous. When we go back and forth like that, well, anyway, I shouldn't even be talking because if this is what this is for, then y'all can have it.
So this is what you're doing.
I don't get this. I'm not getting it, and maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm slow.
It's called the turtle in the shell.
Backwards. Maybe I'm a turtle in a shell.
No. It's called, that's what they do. They put their head out, and then when they put their head back in and go back in their shell instead of just having a conversation. Because we can easily just say,
please, Omar, because I like Omar, and I'm saying Omar does have good points. I'm just saying that for me, it's like when I wake up in the morning, I look at stuff on Twitter, and when I see this, or like not Twitter, like Instagram, and when I see this man in New Jersey, I just saw this video today where he literally talked about like the segregation of schools in Newark, and he talked about white scores and black test scores. He talked about would white people be upset or would black people be upset if they were talking. He's basically advocating for segregation. When I hear what Laura Loomer did with Jasmine Crockett this week, and then when you hear about what happened, the threats, and I think we read it out in this room, the credible threat that was received at the HBCU after Charlie Kirk got killed. When you see like a man was hung off a bridge in New York, when you hear about this man whose legs and arms were broken, who was hung, and then they called it suicide. What I'm saying is that stuff is going on right now. This is no longer, for me personally, this is no longer just like sort of academic conversation. It's literally going on right now, and it's just that I can't, like, I got to protect my own like well-being, and it's like, and I just get too caught up in this shit. But what it's like, people are literally dying. It's not just so people that are supporting that, especially if you're black, you are literally supporting the hanging of black men. You're supporting people. You've thrown your lot in with a group that's literally lynching people, that's literally putting bomb threats out or death threats out at HBCUs. Who are you? I'm just saying, it's sort of like a dividing line in history for me right now. It's like you're either on one side or you're not. And right now, I just don't have the patience to go back and forth. And that's all. I'm just making a choice. But I'm saying keep doing this. I enjoy listening to stuff in the rooms. I just need to I'm taking myself out of the conversation because I'm getting too caught up in it.
Right, and I completely understand that. But
Mike, can I go? Because you're going to piss them off, Mike, and it's going to...
we got to have a conversation. We got to keep it balanced.
Because right now, it's kind of a serious conversation about the lynching.
But I get it.
We don't want to go there. We want to have a serious...
Can we control on the stage?
A minute. I just hold that spirit. Can you hold on?
Because I want to hear all you guys.
Wait a minute, why'd you throw
Who threw him down? Because Michael B started talking first. Who threw him down?
I don't do it, so you know it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
He did start talking first. Now,
I cut him off. No, so I did cut, but I know.
Yeah, you did cut him off.
But you know the reason why I cut him? Because I know right now that was a serious thing. Two black men were killed. And it's not a time to be joking about that. Point blank.
Nobody's joking about it.
No, but I know my brother Mike. And I don't want him to say
I'm sure that Mike is not that ignorant. That he's gonna joke about it. And if he is that ignorant, then we're gonna have a bigger problem.
It's been done before. Mike, can you just use caution? Come on, Mike, don't
use caution. What are you talking about?
This is the thing I was talking about the other night. When one person got a conversation, that's a grown ass man, two grown men, as a matter of fact, two grown men. Michael and Mike.
But you gotta read the room too, Alexander.
2 or 3. No. I'm reading the room. But he don't need 2 or 3 people jumping in on the conversation. It's over. Okay, it's over. The conversation is over with.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Listen.
Michael, let that conversation go. Let's start something there. You see, because it's you guys don't understand. It's shit don't. It's like I always told Lisa, I can stand 10 toes down with one person, but I cannot take 2 or 3 people coming at me at one time, especially when it's not their damn conversation. Because nothing you guys don't say don't change what that man said.
Right, and what's going on here and what's going on in our country is very serious. Now, we can have a room, and we can do that tomorrow, Saturday, or whatever. And we can come in here, and we can talk to each other, and we can agree, and we can massage each other's shoulders, and we can make everybody feel okay. And I can hand out, medication at the door, and we can smoke reefer. I'm going to show you how old I am. And we can do all that kind of shit. But I'm telling you guys, I don't know where you guys live. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know if you even go outside. Don't even know. Because I go to work every day, and then I come home. And when I'm at work, there is not one day that I'm in a situation where everybody is in agreement about what's going on in this country. Not one day. And I work with different people every single day. So when I'm talking to them, I'm listening, I give my opinion, they give their opinion, we go back and forth. Nobody, as far as like celebrating this man who was hung, I don't think that nobody in here is going to do that, because if you do that, you're definitely in the wrong space. You're definitely in the wrong space. I'm going to say that out loud, right? But if you're here to push back, if you're on the Republican side right now, there's a lot of shit that you should think about. And what I'm here to do is give you food for thought. And if you want to keep pushing back on me, that's fine. I have the shoulders to be able to do it. A lot of people in here can't. They cannot do it. They can't stomach it. They don't want to stomach it. They don't want to hear you. They don't want to go back and forth with you. They don't want nothing to do with you as far as MAGA is concerned. But, I'm a different type of person. So if it's offensive to you, I understand that. You don't have to come on the stage. You don't even have to come in the room. You won't be offending me. You'll be helping yourself, because you have to protect your own peace of mind. You have to protect your own mentality. But I can't tell you how many people I've